All right. This is gonna be my trade recap for 10/31/23. So it is Halloween right now. So this is the date is 10/31/23. It's gonna be a trade recap of what I took last night during London session. And I kind of want to talk about why I took this and how I decided to go about it. So, with all that being said, let's get into the video. I mean, as you can see, there's already a lot going on in the screen. There's a lot of alerts. You can see all of these alerts are right here, just letting me know of where I should be taking my partials off in. But ideally, this isn't really what we should want to be focusing on. Something that we would want to be focusing on. Let me just clear all of this out of the way for you guys. All right. So this was last night. I hit a 3-3 risk to reward, which was a 3R trade, which wasn't that bad. So I kind of want to go over a couple things here, right? Um, I want to talk about my daily buys first before anything. Let's get that out of the way. My daily buys first before anything. Let's get that out of the way. So yesterday we took out previous day high. I was anticipating for us to take out previous day high. So I was already bullish on the day, but interestingly enough, I kind of used the market maker sell and buy model here. Well, I used the market maker buy model here, which is a model from ICT. Um, but I kind of really want to go over a couple things why I took this trade. So we were coming into this little fair value gap right here, and it seems, and we couldn't close below this fair value gap. So this is where I took my entry because I was like, okay, so if we're not closing below this fair value gap, this makes it a higher probability for my trade. And I was targeting all these areas right up here, as you can see. There was that was my first take profit, then this was my second take profit, third and fourth and fifth, and then my last one right up here, which is what we ended up hitting afterwards. This trade lasted around probably like how long? It lasted 2 hours. Yeah, this trade lasted like 2 hours. So I was in this trade for 2 hours, which is not bad, but still ideally it's something I'm not really used to, but I'm trying to get used to it because I'm trying to get into trades a little bit longer and hold them for a little bit longer positions. But I was anticipating for us to hit all of these highs right here because the reason now I kind of want to go behind. I kind of want to explain the logic behind the trade overall. So we had this fair value gap coming into here on the 15 minute. I just mapped everything out on the 15 minute. I wasn't really focusing on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. I kind of really don't focus on the 1 minute anymore as well because it's kind of like it's just mainly kind of I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like the 1 minute is just a bunch of noise if you ask me. But ideally, what I was really looking for was just a whole lot of a lot of taking out liquidity on the other side, which was sell side. So the logic behind this trade was there was this fair value gap right here. We couldn't fill this fair value gap, and not only that we couldn't fill this fair value gap, I'm pretty sure we were also in a discount if I am not incorrect. Now looking back, yes, we were in a discount. So we were in a PD array and we respected that PD array. I mean, you could even bring it down lower too as well. So we were in a PD array right around here, and we respected this PD array. You could even bring it down to the very, very tippy bottom, and I'm pretty sure it would still be inside there. Oh, no. No. So ideally, we just kind of want to have it right here, which is perfect. Came down right here, respected this PD array and this fair value gap, tapped into the fair value gap, filled the fair value gap. So we came down here. I was watching it until right here. We filled this fair value gap. Then I took my entry around here because I saw that we were coming out of the fair value gap. And then I just rode it to the top, right? My first take profit was hit. I took, I believe it was 25 lots off. And then we retraced back down to the downside. again, a little bit retracement into another fair value gap because we formed another fair value gap, and we couldn't fill this fair value gap as well. So we continued heading up to the upside, taking out all of these areas right here, where ideally I would want to be taken out until we hit my take profit. And I was targeting all these areas right here. This was previous day high. I was targeting previous day high to get taken out. And as we were targeting previous day high, I was taking some risk off the table as we were coming up to hit all these liquidity right here, or all of this liquidity right here, right? It's coming around, hit this liquidity, hit these guys, stopped. Everybody on this side was stopped out, and then we just ended up going back up to the upside. And then after that, we just ended up dumping. And it seems like there was a little bit more of a fair value gap right here that we couldn't probably fill. And then after that, we just kind of came down. So now this sells all of this area right here. I was targeting all of this area right here. Everything right here. Everything right here. And that's really all. There's not really much to go about it, right? This is a very simple trade where I was targeting uh sell side sell side or buy side. I think it's buy side. I'm not sure. But I was just targeting these areas right here, right? I was targeting the everybody out here was getting stopped out. I'm trying to explain this to you in a way that you could understand. And honestly, I have very bad communication skills, so I'm trying to work on that. But let me try this again. Right? We came down here into this fair value gap. I marked out this fair value gap from right here. We tapped into this fair value gap, and we were also on a discount through the fair value gap, but we couldn't fill the fair value gap. So this gave me confirmation that the trade was going to go my way, and I was bullish because I was anticipating for previous day high to get taken out. So with that being said, we came back into this we came into this fair value gap. We tapped into it after I started seeing big displacement up to the upside. This is when I took the trade. I decided to take the trade right here. And then after that, I caught the big displacement going up to the upside. Now, I was targeting these areas right here to take partials and take risk off my position, to take partials off. And with that being said, we formed another fair value gap, which was right here. I drew this on my phone last night. We formed another fair value gap, which was a bullish fair value gap or inverse fair value gap, where we're just coming inside, but we can't go past it. So we just kind of rejected off that fair value gap, coming back up to the upside, taking out all of this, and all of this, and then all of this, and then hitting previous day high. Making this a pretty good trade. So, I mean, ideally, it's not a bad trade. It's a really good trade. And then as we started approaching like what 6, we just kind of flew down to the wazoo, taking out London low, and then we're just kind of chilling around this area now. I mean, that's really it for this trade recap. There's not really much to go about it. It's a very simple trade. But with all that being said, this is the trade recap for 10/31/2023, and I'm gonna show the P&L right now, and then after that, I'm gonna end the video. So, yeah.